Good evening, children. Welcome to Aveti, grade 10 English grammar class. Aji amar session re me adverbial clause sikhiba, which is also known as adverb clause. We have already finished noun clause and relative clauses. So aji ame adverb clause sikhiba. So before we begin, let's see what exactly is an adverb clause. Okay. Now, an adverb clause, sometimes referred to adverbial clause, sometimes referred to as an adverb clause, is a group of words that functions as an adverb. Okay, हमें आगे previous sessions रे देखिले केमती noun clause और adjective clause टा से particular role टा perform करे. Adverb clause रे जेहेतु it is relating to adverb, so these are a group of words that function as an adverb. Because it's a clause, obviously it has a subject and a predicate. Now, the important thing is adverb clauses are always dependent clauses. Mane, sabbo bale seta independently kebe bhi behave kari paribani. It is dependent on the main clause, always. Mane, just kote jate tame adverb clause nabo, seta daro meaning kichi tame paibo nahi. It is always dependent and it is associated with the main clause always. It's a good important point, children. Now, let's go to the next slide. Now, in the next slide, let us see how do you identify an adverb clause. So, jemiti ame adverb re ame questions pacharu to find out the adverb in a sentence. Semti adverb clause ta how do you identify? There are few questions that you can ask. Let me point out with a pointer for you. Yeah. You can ask questions like how, why, when, and where. When you ask these questions, the answer that you get will be your adverb clause. If you are getting an answer, that will be your adverb clause. It is always made, these are adverb clauses are made by connecting an independent clause, that is the main clause, and a dependent clause with a subordinating conjunction. So, a data sentence go, obviously, when you're talking about an adverb clause, you always have a main clause. Adverb clause bisre jadile me kotha uche, gote sentence re, obviously, gote main clause tara nihati achi. So, main clause of adverb clause ko, kimba dependent clause ko, gote independent clause, gote dependent clause. So, setara jo subordinating conjunction gote thae, jota sangare jodi he kiri, ame gote sentence ko form karu, से subordinating conjunction sangare jo sentence ta hai, that becomes your adverb clause. And what are the questions that you can ask? The questions that you can ask are how, why, when, and where. Okay. Now, these are the subordinating conjunctions that we normally use in an adverb clause. Okay, auri bhi kete conjunctions achi, but in general, these are the subordinating conjunctions that we use to form an adverb clause. How? In adverb clause, however, there is one thing. First thing, hame koile that it is always a dependent clause. Okay. In adverb clauses, tame adverb clause taku, you can use it at the beginning of the sentence also. Mane main clause purboru adverb clause asipare. Adverb clause can come at the end of the sentence, or it can come at the beginning of the sentence. Sometimes it comes at the middle as well, but mostly it comes at the beginning or at the end. When you're using the adverb clause at the beginning of the sentence, it has to be followed by a comma. That is very, very important. When you do this, children, you must put a comma after the dependent clause. Tamane adverb clause, dependent clause pore ute comma likhila pore, tapre tame main clause ta likhibo. If your dependent clause or your adverb clause is at the beginning of the sentence, jadi is at the beginning of the sentence. Suppose the adverb clause is coming at the end. Tamani main clause pore jadi tama adverb clause asuchi, you do not have to use a comma after the main clause. Main clause purboru jadi lagoucha tame adverb clause, you have to put a comma. If you're using adverb clause after the main clause, you don't need to put a comma. Example, let's see. I don't know when he will arrive. When he will arrive, you don't know when he will arrive. So what is it? So age of when he will arrive there, this becomes your adverb clause because you don't know when he's going to arrive. Okay. But 8 array, you don't have to use a comma after your main sentence. Main clause, which is I don't know. Okay. Second one. Even though he arrived late, he did not apologize. Even though he arrived late. Here your adverb clause, even though he arrived late, is your adverb clause. It is coming before your main clause, which is he did not apologize. Hence, you have to use a comma here. So when your dependent clause is before, when your adverb clause is before the main clause, you have to use a comma. While the number of people going to theater increased, the number going to the cinema decreased. Here again, your dependent clause is before the main clause, hence you need to use a comma. So in adverbial clauses, you can use the adverb clause before the main clause or before the independent clause. All right, next. Now, let us see the types of adverb clauses. In types of adverb clauses, this is what is given in your grade 10 grammar textbook, children. The different types of adverb clauses are time, adverb clause of time. So how do you start in general? Eta hochi tama pain tips. Okay. So in general, every adverb clause of time will have these conjunctions: after, before, when, whenever, while, as soon as, by, since, till, until, once. Okay. Suppose it is adverb clause of place. So you can see there is adverb clause of time, adverb clause of place, adverb clause of manner, adverb clause of purpose, adverb clause of reason, comparison, concession, and condition. So total, I think you have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 different types of adverb clauses that have been mentioned in your textbook as well. So we need to understand that how do these clauses begin with? If it is a time adverb clause, then it begins with these conjunctions. If it is an adverb clause of place, then you have these conjunctions coming in: where, wherever, everywhere, anywhere, like that. Suppose it is adverb clause of manner, you have as if, as though, how. So these are the few adverb clauses of manner. If it is purpose, see when it comes to purpose and reason, prior the sentence might look similar, but reason re tame karana paibo kahinki jinsata hellani kiba hella, but purpose re kona pai karana or kona pai, there is a difference. Okay, so this is purpose re. These are the conjuncting these are your conjunction words which you'll be using to join, so that, in order, that, etc. Reason jadi achi, adverb of reason, then you use because, as, since, etc. If it is a comparison, what is the meaning of comparison? Dita element ko ame jetabele compare koruche kimba tulana koruche, then you use than. In comparison, there are two types, children: degree, comparison of degree, comparison of manner. So we will see in the next slide. So comparison than be asipare, as and as. Okay, as be asipare. Now, what about concession? What is the meaning of concession? Concession adverb clauses meaning, mane concession mane tamora main clause ta price the subordinating clause ro opposite re thibo, mane meaning ta opposite re thibo. Okay, we will see in the examples that come. So first, remember what are the words that you can use to form an adverb clause of conjunction: although, though, even though, however, no matter, how, whether. Suppose it is adverb clause of condition. Condition mane gote eta nohele seta habani, eta jogu seta habo. Okay, when there is a condition, then you have these words that join. You can use to join: if, unless, provided, and supposing. Now, age or table tabi chua, you can even see this table pretty well. Location, it is adverb clause of location or place. It means the same. It is the second column re diya hai chi. What are the subordinating conjunctions that you use? You use where, wherever, anywhere. And what is the question that you can ask? Where. Okay. So let me show you this, children. So, for example, wherever the question comes where, for example, Wherever I go, my dog comes with me. Wherever I go, my dog follows me. So this is a conjunction of place. Similarly, time re, these are the subordinating conjunctions we use. And what is the question that you can ask? You can ask when. Okay, you can have ice cream or you can have a chocolate when you have finished your homework. So ketତେବେଳେ ତମେ chocolate ଖାଇପାରିବ? ତମ homework ସରିଲା ପରେ. Okay. Similarly, adverb of reason. Okay, reason will be since, because, as. Jota tame a table re paicha, it's a similar one, but you can, this is more clear and easy to understand. Okay. Similarly, condition re, you start with normally you start with if or unless. Okay, and condition will tell you why it happened. Or sorry, kon pai mane gote tamaro nirghadita gote prerequisite requirement thai se condition ta fulfill helle se aro jinsa ta habo. So that is when you use adverb clause of condition. Comparison re, like I said, as dash as you can use, or more than, less than. So any than word you use for degrees of comparison. Now for concession, what do you use? Concession we use while, though, although, even though, even if, because these give contrasting statements. Okay, I love candy. For example, here you can see, I used to love candy. I don't like it anymore. Both are contrasting. So when two contrasting statements are there, you can use the adverb of concession. What are the subordinating conjunctions that you can use? While, though, although, even though, even if. Similarly, if it's an adverb of manner, you can use as, like. So what is the question that you ask? How? What is the question you ask? How? The rabbit is eating those carrots like he has never been fed. Tamane se rabbit ta emiti khauchi, jemiti ke se kebe khaini. Kemiti khauchi? How? When you ask this question, how, you get your adverb clause of manner. All right, children? Acha. ଏବେ ଆମେ ପୁଣି ସେଇ ଜିନିଷଟାକୁ ଟିକେ repeat କରିବା with examples. So adverb clause of place mane where the action takes place. So you ask the question where. For example, my son told me another fight broke out where he eats lunch at school. Kouthi jhagdata hela? Jouthi se khaye school re, where he eats lunch at school. So this is adverb clause of place. Adverb clause of time, when the action is taking place. What is the time of action? Before she got home, she called and ordered a pizza. When did she order the pizza? You ask the when question. So you get an answer before she got home. Mane ghorku asiba purbaru se pizza order karla. Adverb clause of manner, kemiti action ta hela. Kemiti hela, she addressed the crowd as she had practiced in the mirror. Kemiti se address kala, kemiti lokonga sangare crowd sangare kotha hela. जेमिति कि से ता मिरर सामना रे जेमिति प्रैक्टिस करथिला सेई भाबरे सेई प्रकारे सो जेमिति से प्रैक्टिस करथिला सेई प्रकारे से क्राउड आगरे कथा हला. So that is how you are doing it, how the action. It is adverb clause of manner. Now adverb clause of conditions are generally introduced by subordinating conjunctions like if, unless, whether, or in case provided. So unless they agree to our demands, we will not stop the strike. এটা ଗୋଟେ example মানে ଗୋଟେ condition ଆମେ ରଖୁଛେ ଏଟା ନ ହେଲେ ସେଟା ଆମେ କରିବୁ ନାହିଁ. So ତମେ ଆମ demand କୁ ଯଦି ନ ମାନିଲ ଆମେ strike ଟା ଚାଲୁ ରଖିବୁ ବନ୍ଦ କରିବୁନି. So unless they agree to our demand. So this is adverb clause of condition. Now similarly children, adverb clause of reason. କାହିଁକି ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ କରୁନେ adverb clause of reason ରେ. Suppose let us say I bought 2 kilos of mangoes because my grandfather loves to eat. काहेकि मु 2 किलो आंबो किनली because मो अजा को भल लागे. So you're giving a reason. Okay, why you bought. That is adverb clause of reason. Adverb clause of purpose. Reason or purpose price same थाए किंतु difference कोन. Reason रे we give them a reason. Yeah, we are showing them the reason. हमें कारण कहूचे काहेकि से जिनसटा हला. Whereas adverb clause of purpose explains the reason. माने purpose माने कोन पाई. Okay, eta kahinki au kon pai. Tikke difference you will know as you do your exercises. So for example, we studied all night so that we could pass the examination. We studied all night. Kahinki hame rati jako padhilu so that we could pass the examination. तार गोटे purpose अछि. Okay? काहेकि हमें पाठ पढुथिलु, काहेकि हमें exam को गलु, because किंबा so that एठी it is purpose. Purpose माने कोन पाई. All right, children. Now, adverb clause of concession, we know the principal conjunctions used are though, although, even though, while, whereas, even if. 80, an idea that contrasts the main part of the sentence. Mane, dita jadi clause achi, main clause or subordinating clause, tar idea jaka opposite thibo. For example, though I am poor, I am honest. Honest. I am honest is the main clause. Mane, ମୁଁ ବହୁତ honest, ମୁଁ କେବେ ମିଛ କହେନି, ମୁଁ ଠିକ କାମ କରେ, ମୁଁ ବହୁତ honest ମଣିଷ. Though I am poor, ମୁଁ ଗରିବ ହେଲେ ବି I am very honest. କାହିଁକି ନା ପ୍ରାୟ ଗୋଟେ ଧାରଣା ଥାଏ ଗରିବ ଲୋକ ଚୋରି କରିବେ, କଣ କରିବେ. So ଏ ଧାରଣାଟାକୁ ବ୍ୟତିରେକରେ ମୁଁ କଣ କହୁଛି, though I am poor, ମୁଁ ଗରିବ ହେଲେ ବି I am honest. So there it is adverb clause of concession. Two contrasting statements. For example, again, I will be able to get in although I have no ticket. ମୋ ପାଖରେ ଟିକେଟ ନାହିଁ କିନ୍ତୁ ମୁଁ ଯାଇପାରିବି. ପ୍ରାୟ ସେଟା ଏମିତି ହୁଏ କି ଟିକେଟ ନଥିଲେ ଆମେ ପଶି ପାରିବାନି. So two contrasting statements. Although I don't have a ticket, I can still get in. All right, children. So now adverb clause of comparison. There are two adverb clause of comparison of degree and adverb clause of comparison of manner. So degree is introduced by the subordinating conjunction than. When it is degree, you have to use this subordinating conjunction than or by the relative verb as. As be used kari paribo, how than be used kari paribo. How is the example? She is older than her husband. It is later than I thought. Mane you're comparing. When it's to the husband to be, the boys are a border. Okay, you're comparing. So this is degree. When it is degree, use the conjunction than. Now when it is a comparison of manner, we use the relative adverb as. You may do as you please. Then you use the word as. This is comparison of manner. All right, children. Now, complete that. Let's see. It's about the textbook. We'll do a few examples. Adverb conjunction subordinating conjunction. You have to form the adverb clause. The first question, we reached home dash. Use when to form your adverb clause. So what can be the answer? The answer could be we reached home when it just stopped raining. Okay, so you're denoting adverb clause of time here. Next one, Ramesh ran so fast that. Okay, Ramesh ran so fast that he overtook the car ahead of us. एते शीघ्र से दौड़िला केमिते दौड़िला एते शीघ्र दौड़िला that he overtook the car ahead of us. को भाबरे दौड़िला बहुत शीघ्र दौड़िला, so fast. Next one, you won't succeed. Use this conjunction if and let's form a sentence. Form an adverb clause. You won't succeed if you don't put in hard work. What is the condition? जेहेतु if हमें use करचे adverb clause of condition, you won't succeed. तमे successful हबनी किंबा तमे जित्ती परिबनी if you do not put in hard work. तमे the hard work न कलो. So what is the condition? तमे the hard work कलो, you will succeed. So that is adverb clause of condition. The sum is not as difficult as it seems to be. The sum is not as difficult as it seems to be. माने एते भी difficult नुहे जेमिति देखा जाउची सेते difficult नुहे. All right. Next. So it basically you're trying to form an adverb clause with your subordinating conjunctions. The thief behaved as if he was innocent. How did the thief behave? How? Adverb clause of manner again. How did he behave? The thief behaved as if he was innocent. All right. So these are few examples from your textbook. Baki to tame already jani thi bani. Just to brush up, we have done this exercise. Now, this is also again from your textbook, children. I've taken few examples again. Identify the adverb clauses and mention what kinds of adverbs they are. So first, let's identify the adverb clause in this sentence. As the dog returns to his vomit, so a fool returns to his folly. What is the meaning? Please try to understand. Jemiti gote dog बांती कला परे तमे देखिबा गोटे कुकुर बांती कर देबो से पुणी से पाखो को आसीबो से टिके सुंघिबो सेमिति गोटे मूर्ख भी ता मूर्खामी को फेरी आसे. So this is again what is the adverb clause here? the adverb clauses as the dog returns to his vomit. So what is this, children? This is comparing. You are doing a comparison. ଯେମିତି ଗୋଟେ ମୂର୍ଖ ତା ମୂର୍ଖାମିକୁ ଫେରି ଆସେ, ଯେମିତି ଗୋଟେ କୁକୁର ତା ବାନ୍ତି ଆଡକୁ ପୁଣି ଫେରି ଆସେ, so ସେମିତି ଗୋଟେ ମୂର୍ଖ ବି ତା ମୂର୍ଖାମି ଆଡକୁ ପୁଣି ଫେରି ଆସେ. So this is comparison. So this is adverb clause of comparison. Next one, do unto others as they would do unto you. ता माने कोन? तमे जहा अन्य तमे निज पई तमे जहा तमरो गोटे एक्सपेक्टेशन अछि, तमे निज पई जहा करिवो सेटा तमे अन्य मानक पई भी करिबा उचित. ओके, तमे निज पई जोटा तमे भलो बेली भाबी कि करिवो, अन्य मानक पई भी सेटा करिवो. माने गोटे जिंस आम पई गोटे जिंस परलोक पई भाबिबाटा उचित नुहे. So what is the adverb clause here? As they would do unto you. Do unto others as they would do unto you. So what is this? This is again comparison of manner. So we are comparing. Okay, mote jemti ବ୍ୟବହାର କରିବେ ମୁଁ ସେମିତି ବ୍ୟବହାର ଦେବି. All right. Next, we went out to play because the weather became better. We went out to play because the weather became better is your adverb clause, and this is adverb clause of reason. Kahinki ame reason doche. We went out to play. Why? Because the weather became better. Next one, provided you are in need, we shall help you. So provided you are in need, underlined one, that is your adverb, we shall help you. Tamar jodi kichi darkar achi ame tumku help karibu. So it is a condition. Tamar jodi kichi darkar achi, only then we will help you. So a condition nathile ame tumku help karibu. So hence this is adverb clause of condition. Next one. Now identify the type of adverb clause here. Even if it rains, I will come. Even if it rains, I will come. Normally ame kona borsa hale ame kuade jauche ki jaune, but se kochi statement re, even if it rains, I will come. So here it is adverb clause of concession, because we are giving two different statements. Jodi borsa helle ke bahar ko jayegi nahi, but etare ulta borsa helle bhi mu jibi. So hence it is adverb clause of concession. When you have finished your work, you may go home. So what is your adverb clause here, children? Your adverb clause here is, what is the clause? When you have finished your work, you may go home. So when can you go home? Kebe tame ghoru ko jai paribo? When you have finished your work. Jede tame kamata sari dabo, you may go home. So that is here. Here it is adverb clause of time, because it is denoting a time. There's no condition. Only when you finish your work, you can go home. When you have finished your work, you may go home. Okay. When can you go home? When you have finished your work. Next, you must go whether you hear from him or not. Whether you hear from him or not, you must go. Say, tamuku jano ki no jano, tame jibaku badhya. So here it is adverb clause of condition. It badhya, but a condition korauchi. Say, tamuku daku kimba no daku, you have to go. Next one, as he was not there, I spoke to his mother. As he was not there is your adverb clause. So I spoke to his mother. Why? Kahinki muta masan kothali? Because se nathila. Because he was not there, or as he was not there. And this is adverb clause of reason. Now you can put it wherever you like. You can put it wherever you like. So wherever, children, is adverb clause of place. Tamku jouthi ichha tame seta ko rakhi paribo. You can put it wherever you like. So it is the adverb clause of place. All right. Now, whether you like it or not, you have to go to bed now. Now, let's see. What is this? Adverb clause of concession, because this is your adverb clause. Whether you like it or not, you have to go to bed now. Tumko bhal lagu ki na bhal lagu. Tumko badhya khota, you have to go to the bed now. So that is adverb clause of concession. Now, unless you put in more hours, I cannot recommend you for the promotion. Unless you put in more hours, I cannot recommend you for the promotion. So what does that mean? That tame besi jodi hours spend no karlo, mu tamuko promotion pe recommend kari paribini. That is condition. Tamane tame parishrama karle hi, I can recommend you for the promotion. Next one. You need to remain calm even if everyone else panics. So, samaste byasta helle bhi tamko panic karibaku habani even if everyone else panics. That is again concession. Normally kono When everyone panics, we cannot remain calm, isn't it? So you have to remain calm even if everyone else panics. Next, the fireworks show will start after the sun goes down. So when will the fireworks start? They will start after the sun goes down. Surya asta hella pare fireworks arambha karibo. So adverb clause of time again. Next, we need to find the hotel where they asked us to stay. Koti amako ko hotel ta deichanti, where they asked us to wait. We need to find the hotel where they asked us to wait. Amku ko hotel khojibar achi joti amku wait karibaku kaichanti. So this is where, because hence it is adverb clause of place. Now Frank ran the race as though his life depended on it. Se kemiti race ta doudila jo bhabare jemiti ki ta life ta tapra depend korchi. This is adverb clause of manner. Kemiti doudila jemiti ki ta life ta pura tapre depend korchi. Ette se bhabare se doudila. So this is adverb clause of manner. I hope you understood, children. Now this is again in your textbook. So this is very interesting. What you have to do is main clause checko first tame number, and then you have to find the right adverb clause. We will do a few things here. The rest you can do on your own. I could have arrived on time. So this is your main clause. I could have arrived on time if you had not reminded me, or if you had reminded me. Not, there's no not here, by mistake I've written. I could have arrived there on time if you had reminded me. Tamane kono mu seti thik time re pahunchi parthanti jodi tamote remind karthanto, tama jodi monne pakai dithanto, I could have arrived there on time. Next one, you can understand. What could be if you can understand if you read the lesson. You can understand if you read the lesson. Tame jodi boyta padibo, lesson ta padibo, then you can understand. So we start with the main clause. All right. Similarly, you would have got a first class. You would have got a first class if you had studied more sincerely. Tame first class paithanto jodi tame both sincerely patha padithanto. Similarly, I would take you to her place. Where is that? 1 second, children. Yeah, I would take you to her place if I knew her address. If I knew her address. Mu se jaga ko tumu nahi parithanti jodi mu ta address ta jani thanti. So if words are mostly conditions only. All right. So it floats. It floats if you pour oil on water. If you pour oil on water, it floats. Okay. Now, I would fly in the sky if I would fly in the sky if I had wings. Next, then it expands if you heat iron. See here, the clause has to come in the beginning. Even in this case, children, if you pour oil on water, it floats. Okay, here the main clause has to come at the end. Similarly, if you heat iron, it expands. Here also, your dependent adverb clause comes at the beginning of the sentence, and then you have to put a comma, and then you get your main clause. All right. We can reach there in time if we start now. We can reach there in time. We can reach there in time if we start now. I shall not go out if it rains today. I shall not go out if it rains today. It becomes dark if the sun sets. So you should say like this. You can say it becomes dark if the sun sets, or if the sun sets, it becomes dark. Either way, anything is fine. If the sun sets, it becomes dark, or it becomes dark if the sun sets. Okay. Now we are done with this, children. So let's go to the next one. Now here there are a few adverb exercises, clause exercises. Let's see. You have to put in with the right subordinating conjunction. I waited for my friend dash she arrived. I waited for my friend dash she arrived. The options are until, up to, and unless. What will be the right answer? I waited for my friend until he arrived. Till he arrived. Until or till he arrived. He hid dash his pursuers could not find him. Pursuers mane keta poche mane lagi thila ke tango poche padi thila. So he hid where his pursuers could not find him. Kiye taku khojutila, so se seithi luchila joti seman taku paibeni. He hid where his pursuers could not find him. I am as intelligent as you are, not than you are. I am as intelligent as you are. This is degree of comparison. Next. Oh, sorry, adverb of comparison. Now, dash, he was not there. I left a message with his mother. As he was not there, I left a message with his mother. Next one. She was dash tired that she could barely stand. She was so tired that she could barely stand. Dash, you eat too much, you may fall ill. If you eat too much, then tame besi khaibo, tame bemar padibo. If you eat too much, you may fall ill. If you do not tell me anything, I will not be able to help you. Tamo je mujhe kichi kahibani, mu tamko help kari paribeni. If you do not tell me anything. But suppose you say, suppose you say you do not jagare, suppose do not nahi, you tell me everything, I will not be able to help you. Then you have to say, unless you tell me everything, I won't be able to help you. I will not be able to help you. When you're using do not, when you're using this negative, then you have to say, if you do not tell me everything, I will not be able to help you. Jodi tame do not use koruno, then you have to say, unless you tell me everything. To sabu kahile jaye, mu tote help kari pari. Unless you tell me everything, I won't be able to help you. Okay. Also, if you don't tell me anything, to jodi mate kichi kahibuni, I won't be able to help you. Next. Do not go until I get ready. Do not go until I get ready or till I get ready. Okay. Do not go until I get ready. Move gala jaye. Don't get ready. Okay. Next one. Let's go, children. So I think we have come to the end of the session. Yes, we have come to the end of the session today. I hope you people enjoyed today's session. And this is the end of clauses, noun clause, relative clause, and adverb clause. We are done with it. So I hope you people enjoyed this. And next week we'll do a new chapter. I mean, new chapter in the sense, adverb clause, there are sentences, different types of sentences. So that we'll take up in the next class. Thank you, children. Thank you for being part of Aveti. See you on Friday.